Ladies and gentlemen, growing up, I had siblings, right? I'm not going to say how many or what they look like or, what anything about them really, because I want their privacy to be safe, even though some of them will be performers and some of them will be amazing. Anyway, so I have siblings, and so growing up, you hear about all of the Hollywood stars, right? Because we all grow up thinking, and even in school, you're in elementary school, you're in high school, whatever, you talk about celebrities, right? And so, all these things that I think about celebrities, I'm basically a loner. I mean, I have a lot of friends, I have a wife, I am in an open marriage, and I do date other people, but I basically like to be alone a lot of times because I like to be with people, sure, don't get me wrong, but I'm a busy person, right? I love hanging out with people and having new lovers and new dates. But anyway, you hear all these celebrity talk or whatever, and when you're not in that anymore, people talk about celebrities still, but I just don't talk to them about them because I'm going to be a celebrity, so people don't really say much about celebrities to me. But you get into this rut, not a rut necessarily, but this situation where you're just like, oh, people talk about celebrities this way and that way. And just like when you're becoming a celebrity, you don't really hear the things that people are saying about celebrities. Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, you don't really hear things about. Oh, give me 1 second. I gotta go. Guys. Look, I'll be back. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so you don't really hear about what people say about you as a celebrity, right? As an upcoming celebrity, right? I mean, you get a sense, but you don't really know exactly because you're that same thing where you might recall when Madonna first came out, they would talk about how she bleached her hair so much they thought it might fall out, or they talked about how they thought she was a black woman, or when Britney came out, you heard about the fact that this older guy, like very old guy, wanted to pay her $17 million to have an affair with her, or whatever. You know what I mean? Obviously, to have sex with her, right? And she was saying no, right? So you hear all these things, right? And you don't know what's true or what's real. And then these people become famous, and then you're hearing constant things about them, but you don't know what's actual fact and what's not because you're not living with them or you don't know them, right? Anyway, it's sort of like really crazy when you're becoming a celebrity because you don't know, like, all of it's overwhelming. It's not necessarily overwhelming in a bad way, you can just ignore it. But it's all like all this stuff is going on, all the people say whatever, and you really have no idea what's actually happening. Anyway, totally enjoy the show, guys. It makes it fun, but it also makes it, kind of like, whoa, right? But sometimes you're just like having a lot of fun because you're living your best life. Anyway, totally enjoy. Bye now.